Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a review of the Hampton Inn, which is a Hilton hotel. It's in the Orlando Convention Center. This is actually on a complex of multiple hotels, and it's probably quite good if you're going to the convention center, but it's equally as good as you're coming here as a tourist. I've actually done a video, which I'll put a link to it here, which shows the walk up from this hotel into the International Drive area, where there's lots of bars and restaurants and lots of things going on. But for now, we're just going to do a quick tour of the Hampton Inn in Orlando Convention Center. This is the reception area. Tea and coffee. This is where you have breakfast. And then out here, this is where you get to the pool. It's an okay pool. It's not massive. It doesn't get particularly busy, so there's never any issues getting any sunbeds. Actually got a guest laundry in here as well. One of the things they've got in this hotel, which they didn't have in the Marriott that's next door, is ice. So you can come and get plenty of ice from different places. Similar to the Marriott and the other hotels around here, they have washers and dryers. These ones appear to be a washer on the bottom, a dryer on the top, and they are $4 each. So slightly more expensive than the Marriott. Also got a fitness center. It's very small, but doesn't really get used. I haven't seen anyone using it in the time that I've been here. It's got running machines, a kind of cross trainer, a Peloton, which is actually I've never seen in a hotel before. Don't know if that's actually subscribed to Peloton and you can actually do the classes. A small bench. They have some towels, water, and quite a decent selection of free weights. Actually, it goes right up to 75 kg, 75 pounds. I don't know in America what that would be. And some exercise balls. It's not actually a bad little gym, and like I say, there's hardly anyone that ever in here. Well, I haven't seen anyone in here, so it's pretty accessible. They've also got one of these business centres where you can, well, come and print some things off. It's useful for printing your boarding passes, and this is free of charge to come and use this. Going to do a room tour of the Hampton Inn at the Orlando Convention Center. It's a pretty decent room. I think it had a refit in about 2019, 2020. Now when they talk about refit, I think basically they've painted and they've put some new carpet in. And they might have changed the furniture. It's pretty decent. Bed, nice king size bed. You've got a decent TV in this room. You have got a weird drawer set up, so you'll notice that there's no real drawers in here, and these are basically the drawers, and they look like something you'd get in a kitchen, to be honest, but these are the actual only drawers you get in the room. And I suppose you can put kitchen foodie stuff in there, or you can put your clothes in there, or you can just do what we've done and live out your suitcase. Right, you've got a microwave, which I haven't actually used, but that's quite useful, especially if you've got like a baby or something, you need to warm milk. Microwave, quite useful. You've got a coffee making facility here. I think you can make tea with that. As you can see, is untouched. we haven't used it. In here, there is a mini fridge. As it's not a mini bar, but it's quite useful to have a fridge in your room. You've got the ice bucket here. You've got a desk area. You've got an air conditioning unit. It is massive. I would say if you look at my review of the Residence Inn, this is a better unit because it's quieter and you can control it from the controller over there. However, I say it's quieter, it is not possible to turn this thing off, right? So when the aircon part is on, it's louder than what it currently is, but it is impossible. It constantly runs a fan. So if that gets on your nerves, then this might not be a hotel for you, because you cannot switch it off. Even if you go and switch it off completely at the control unit, it just still stays on the fan. View from the hotel room is another hotel which is probably very similar to this hotel, and a parking lot. Nice chair, little seating area here. Bedside units have got charger and a USB charger. Then area to put your suitcase there. This thing, not sure really what that is, but one of them. A wardrobe, which has got this kind of, which is basically open if someone's in the bathroom, but if you go into the bathroom, it closes. Bathroom area, it's fairly modern, different to the other hotels we've reviewed on this trip, in that the sink and the toilet and the shower is all in the same room. One thing that this hotel has got, which the Residence Inn didn't have, is a hairdryer. So could be quite useful if you need to use a hairdryer. If you're follically challenged, you might not. Here, oh, a spare toilet roll, random. You've got shower area. This is what I talk about when I say they've done a refit, right? That is not a refitted toilet, bathroom, or shower. That is old. I'll just point out this sign here, and we'll go and talk about this outside, I think, in the living room. Again, cleaning in here is naff, right? It is really naff. So basically you have to ask for your room to be cleaned. And it says there, for stays of 4 nights or longer, we will provide a full room cleaning every 5th day. We've been here 6 days now, and no one has been in it. We haven't requested a clean, but we shouldn't have to, because the sign says that they'll come in and clean it, and they haven't. And it was exactly the same story at the Residence Inn, right? They're supposed to come and clean the room, and they don't. At the Residence Inn, we went and asked twice, and they didn't come and clean it. Here, they just haven't come and cleaned it. And I think this is just a thing that just seems to have happened since COVID, right? It used to be they came in and cleaned your room every day. Now, they only clean your room if you come and ask it. But even when they say they're going to clean it, they don't. And I found this on the trip to America this time. The car park used to be free. Now they charge you $5 extra in this car park, $10 extra in the other one. Now I've just found, just in general, America for this trip, they've started to try to charge for every little thing. And I would say the service has gone downhill a bit. Service in the restaurants isn't as good as it used to be. People aren't quite as welcoming. The service at reception, not quite as good as it used to be. They're just not quite as welcoming. We have had some good service in some restaurants. We had a great service in the Hard Rock Cafe last night, but the some of the restaurants, service is just got a really can't be arsed approach to it. So America probably just needs to up its game a little bit compared to what it used to do. But in general, I think decent room, costs around about $100 a night, this hotel. Good location, and I probably would stay here again. So I don't think you can say much better than that. So yeah, thanks for listening, and that concludes the hotel and room review of the Hampton Inn Orlando Convention Centre. Thanks for listening.